Tiny homes just keep getting better. I'm constantly amazed at the way in which innovations in design and technology continuously enhance the spaces in which we live. And this next beautiful tiny home is a fantastic example of just that. Hi Nilamani, how are you?
Hi Bryce, how are you?
Very well, thank you. And it is such a pleasure to be here visiting your beautiful home.
Oh, thank you. It's an honour to have you here. What a blessing.
What an absolutely magical spot you've got here.
And a magical day to be filming.
Isn't it just? And can you tell me how it is that you came to be living in a tiny house?
It was always a dream. You know, and it was a dream for the future. But because a couple of years ago we had things go a little bit crazy in life.
We sure did.
I had an Airbnb as part of my house. And of course I had to close that down. I was mandated out of my job that I had. So I had to look at resources. And during that time, of course, I'd been idolising about living in a tiny. And that would be my retirement. But I've had to bring that forward.
So basically the tiny house was something that enabled you to downsize, reduce your cost of living and weather the storm, so to speak.
Absolutely, because, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen to my future. So I had to kind of, you know, look at resources.
Yeah. And what was your process of downsizing into the tiny home like?
It was a big process. First of all, of course, I had to put my home on, you know, up for sale and sell my home. And then I had to downsize. And also, of course, we knew that the tiny home industry was going off, and to find a spot to get a build was really important as well.
Some of the builders were booked up for years at that point, weren't
Absolutely. So yeah, finding the right builders was really important to me. I didn't want a cheap build. I wanted something that was going to be, you know, stand the width of time, and someone that would do a high-end spec, because I'm a bit fussy.
Yeah. Fair enough too, as you should be, especially with a tiny house. I think it's important to be fussy and get it all right.
Absolutely, it's my forever home.
Exactly. And I have lots more questions about the house soon, but first let's talk about the parking spot, because this is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is a stunning spot out here. The owner of the land, I met him during a course. We were doing a course, and it was during that crazy time, and he said that he had a spot that I could park my tiny home if I was going to carry on with that. So
perfect. The landscaping here is exquisite.
Yes, he's done a lot to it, so I'm really grateful and really blessed to find a landowner that's landscaped it, and it looks really beautiful. He's done a lot of work, which is I'm really grateful to.
I can see that. It's so beautiful as well. You've got all of these gorgeous pansies that are peeking through the mulch.
Yeah, that just popped up randomly.
No.
That just happened. So I don't know whether the seeds have just spored everywhere, but I didn't plant them. They've just happened randomly. And I think because my auntie from, you know, it's past, you know, she always said that she'd surround me in flowers. So I always think of her anyway, with the pansies everywhere and the violas.
Gorgeous. That is a little bit of magic.
Yeah, it is pretty special.
It certainly is. And you've so beautifully extended your home into this lovely outdoor area as well.
Yeah, for me, that was really important, that I had an outdoor space. I had an outdoor space in my home, and it was always served as a second lounge room. So that's what I like. I can do my yoga here as well. You know, when the sun's setting, the sun rising, I can sit out here and it's just magic. And you've got the beautiful bluffs over there. So you've got, you know, really picturesque view.
Absolutely. And I see you're collecting a bit of rainwater here?
Yes, collecting rainwater. That's for the garden. Of course, we need the rainwater to go somewhere.
Of course.
So it goes into the garden. Also, I'm on bore water, and I've got spring water down the road that I can collect that's got perfect pH.
And for power here, you're just connected into main supply?
Connected into main supply. I did look at solar, but it was a big cost.
Yeah, it is.
And I could tap into the power here, so I thought initially I would do that until I could source out a solar system that is affordable. I didn't want to go for the lithium batteries. I wanted to do lead carbon, but it's really expensive. And then 10 years down the track, you're going to maybe have to upgrade it. So I thought I'd just wait.
Yeah. And what size is the tiny house?
So it's 10 by 3 and 11 by 3 upstairs. I wanted that extra upstairs.
That nice little bump out.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough too. And can you talk to me about the design of your home?
So the design, I wanted it open, of course. So when you walked in, I wanted to walk into the kitchen because everyone, likes a party in the kitchen. And also on the exterior, initially it was going to be wood, but of course the price was a little bit, getting expensive there. So I popped that there just to give it a little bit of a look. I didn't want an all black house.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought I'd bring that in.
I like that a lot. And it is offset beautifully against the black.
Yes, it is. It is. I kind of wished I had more now.
I think it looks great.
There is some around the side, you'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I just can't wait to see what you've done inside the house now. Can we take a look?
Absolutely. Welcome. Come on in.
All right. This is absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous home.
Thank you. I love it.
And immediately walking in here, I can tell that you're a woman with an incredible sense of style.
Yes, I definitely like style. And that's why I was particular on the build it and the way I built it. So it was very much bespoke.
Yeah. Immediately upon entering this home, we're in your kitchen, and I really like the way that you've done this. It's beautiful, but it also just looks like such a good space to cook in.
Yes, yeah, I wanted it to be welcoming and open. My last house that I lived in, you'd walk through the lounge room to the kitchen, and then everyone would congregate around the kitchen. So that's why I wanted to walk in and feel the kitchen and be in the kitchen and be a part of. That's where we nurture ourselves and honour ourselves with goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the addition of the island here too.
So the island was one of the things that I really wanted. I wanted to make sure that I had an island that was movable. So this is on wheels as well.
Great.
And I can move it around. Also, I wanted to bring in the wood aspect. So this is beautiful oak, and same with the shelving is oak too. So it was really important that I brought that kind of feature in.
Very nice. And a definite addition of luxury with the stone countertops too.
Yep, stone countertops was really good. Makes it easy to clean, doesn't leave dirty marks, and yeah, that was my thing. And I wanted a nice clean cut look because I've got a lot of furniture, I've got a lot of artwork, so I wanted to bring the colour in that way and just to keep it really neutral.
Yeah, nice idea. And no shortage of storage in here.
Absolutely, yeah, needed storage, wanted to make sure that I've got all my glasses in a place and bits and bobs in a place. It's easy to work with.
Yeah, all the necessary appliances in here as well?
Yep, I've got a dishwasher, gas oven, gas hobs, and full fridge. So it was really important that I had all those things.
Yeah, nice to have all the luxuries. The fireplace here is such a nice addition.
Yes, it is. I didn't get it put in straight away. I lived in the house for a good 6 months before I put the fireplace in. I was a little bit fearful of it being there, being close, and, if I've got other people in the house. But in the end, the coldness came through and it's like, yeah, I'm definitely putting the fireplace in. So the spiral lock came in and it's great. It's a great feature.
Yeah, and there is no nicer way of heating a home than a wood stove, is there?
Absolutely.
And it's a lovely design with the stairway here and this walkway that joins the two lofts.
Yeah, so that really kind of opens up the space and it gives me separation, which, I really like to have that openness too.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some very interesting stuff going on in the loft up there.
Yes, up there, what goes on up there is my yoga. Okay,
Right.
So that's my chill out area and that's where I do my yoga practice and I do Zoom classes up there as well. So
Cool. Yeah, what a neat addition. And it just looks like such a nice space up there as well. And I love how you've got all of your items on display too.
Yes, it's a real chill space up there. Of course, I need my Zen space up there and also all my little bits and pieces that are around. A lot of them are gifts, so everything's got a story in my home. It's like a portal to my soul.
Beautiful. And it's so important because, when we talk about tiny homes, they tend to be synonymous with minimalism. But minimalism doesn't mean having no stuff. It just means having the stuff that's important to you.
Absolutely. The things that you love. So that was the great thing about downsizing. It was just keeping the things that you really adore and really love.
Yeah, brilliant. And the lounge over here, this is just such a beautiful, cozy space that you've created.
Yeah, I love it. So what was really important that I had a kind of a a separate lounge room that I have my TV, I've got my music, but I can also do my paperwork here. Also a big enough couch for people to rest and sleep if they're staying. Yeah, and just a nice kind of little den rather than having a big open space.
Yeah, and what a collection of furniture you've got in here.
Yeah, thank you. I've been collecting them over the years. I always like the kind of old bespoke kind of look.
Yeah.
And so what I had in my previous house, I needed to fit into my tiny, because rather than buying all again, I just wanted it to work. So that's what I did. I just made it work.
And you certainly have. And over the other side of the house is your bathroom. Can we take a look at that?
Absolutely. Come on through.
Alrighty. This is such a great design. It's neat how you've got the laundry tucked around the corner there as well.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that the bathroom was away from the kitchen. That was one of my things that I needed to know, that because most tinies you go from kitchen into bathroom.
Yeah.
And I wanted that separate, so that's why we made the laundry in between.
And it's great that you've got the back door there as well.
Yes, absolutely. So you can go out the back door too. Also, what was really important, that I had the toilet separate from the shower room too.
Yeah. And it looks like you've got quite a lot of extra storage in that space as well.
Absolutely. Got lots of storage.
Always very important.
Yep.
And this bathroom design is especially nice as well. One thing that I immediately love that you've done in here is you've completely separated the toilet.
Yep, that was really important to me, that I had a separate toilet. And do you like the feature wall too?
I do. What a nice addition.
And inside there I've got the incinerator toilet. So it's a gas incinerator toilet, which I love. I think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah. And of course, that main advantage to separating the toilet off like that is that it just adds functionality to the space. Somebody could use the toilet and somebody else can use the shower, and it sort of just adds that additional layer of privacy to the space.
Yep, that's correct. And that's what I really wanted, to have that separation.
Yeah. I like the shower in here too.
Yeah, it's a great shower. And I just really love the design. And now that we've got heated rails that go downwards, which is really great.
Yeah.
And just the whole design of building is really ramped up, and it's got a really nice style these days that you can pick and choose from.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice sized vanity here too.
Yep, nice size vanity to put all my bits and pieces away and still look tidy, so that's really good.
Yeah. And then the feature mirror too, that's very nice.
Yep, I like the feature mirror because it brings in the colour from the other room too. Most bathrooms, when a woman's in a bathroom, you'll find the lighting's not really good for our makeup. So that was really important to have a mirror in there that had lighting around it, so then you could see yourself better.
Absolutely. And it's nice for us blokes to have a good place to shave as well.
Yeah, totally.
And shall we check out your sleeping loft?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Oh, again, this is just such a lovely space. And how cool that you can stand up so well in here and walk right the way around your sleeping loft.
Yep, I really like the fact that I can walk around my bed, I can make my bed easily, I can stand up and get changed. So yeah, it was a treasure.
It's nice what you've done with the storage and the wardrobes up here as well.
Yep, that was one of my things that I wanted, to make sure that I could store all my shoes and store all my clothes too.
Yeah, very nice. And what lovely views you get from up here.
Oh, the views are magic, yeah. Just, relaxing on my bed is like perfect. You've got to have a room with a view.
You certainly do. And I love what you've done here with the addition of this dresser as well, and it just becomes also this beautiful space for you to display a few treasured items.
Yeah, that was one of my things that I wanted, was to bring the oak from downstairs and the balustrade into my bedroom. So I got the builder to do a dresser with the oak as well. And of course, behind you, you'll see that I've got shelving units as well. So it's really important to bring that through so I can display all my special, precious things.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice that you've got the closing door here as well.
Yeah, that was a really nice feature. I got them to put in that door there. So if I had people staying and I wanted quiet and peace, I could easily close the door.
Yeah, and how great that it just disappears entirely into the wall as well.
You wouldn't even know it's there.
Yeah, what a great addition, because otherwise it would actually be quite an awkward thing to get past on that walkway.
That's correct.
Yeah. And so how long have you been living in the tiny house now?
So I've been here about 18 months.
Brilliant. And how is the space working out for you?
Great. I absolutely love it.
Having lived in the house now for a while, what would you say that your favorite aspect of tiny house living is?
My favourite aspect of tiny house living is, of course, you've got a minimum space of cleaning.
Yes.
Also, it's a new build.
Yeah.
So you're not cleaning up after years gone by, but also the practicality of it. It's very practical. It's very easy to live, really easy living.
Having been in the space for a while now as well, is there anything about this design that you would change?
Maybe go a little bit higher for the likes of someone like you. I do have a couple of friends that don't come up the stairs.
Gotcha.
Because they, that they feel too compact. But other than that, no, everything's pretty good.
Yeah. It's always such a compromise though, isn't it? And this space works so well for you and you fit so perfectly in this home. Overall, I think that you've done the right thing here by designing it for your needs.
Yeah. And that's what we do when we build a tiny. We design them for our own needs. What this place means to me is a safe sanctuary. I work outside a lot. I'm a rep on the road. I work for a natural health company. I teach yoga. So I'm giving a lot in my many faces of jobs. So for me, having a sanctuary to come home to that's secure, that's nice, that's cozy, and just really welcoming and warming, that's really important to me.
And can we talk about the cost that was involved in building your home?
The cost, probably looking at for a basic cost, was $250,000, and then you've got the addition with the pergola and with the deck, and then with the water tanks and the shed and the landscaping, probably looking at about $280,000.
Yeah, what a beautiful home you've got. And now that the home is all finished and you're so beautifully settled in, what does the future hold for you now?
So enjoying it first and foremost, and really loving it and feeling into it. And then the future is to find a beautiful another spot of land to pop it on that's more closer to my family and in a little bit more of a warmer climate, because it gets really cold here in the winter.
It certainly does. I love that vision, and I just love what you've created here. I think this is a seriously beautiful home that you've built for yourself. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Oh, thank you. It's such a delight to show you.
Nilamani has created such a beautiful home for herself here. The design of the home itself is brilliant. This is such a functional and yet also exceptionally beautiful design. I love its connection to the outdoors. I love the parking spot, and what I love most about this home is that you can tell that for Nilamani it's a celebration. It's an opportunity to celebrate her friendships and all of the art that she's been gifted over the years, and she's used that to truly create a sense of home here. What a beautiful space.